Okie dokie. We're live. We're going to wait a few minutes here for everyone to join. We get started usually, not every day, but usually Monday through Thursday. But because, you know, the holiday this last week and everything, I wanted to, you know, do a little Friday session. Yeah, so while we're waiting for everyone to get in here, let me just share my screen. Cool. Did that. All right.
Platinum with another killer trade this morning.
Yeah? Let me see it.
I got to learn to let the runners run.
Dude.
I got out at 1.5.
Where'd you get in? Down here?
Yep, right there.
Whew. Yeah, it's pretty. That's pretty. You were up early then. Where do you live?
New York. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
from New York, North Carolina.
Okay, yeah. Not too early then. Yeah, man. Platinum. Well, we were talking about it yesterday that when it gets down into this level, this low 900s, you tend to get really big bounces. So it's a great idea to try longs the last 2 days. So I'm glad that's been paying off for you. Let's check out oil. Oil's pumping again today too. That was another good setup this morning. MNQ. Okay, now this is interesting because this looks... Hold on. Let me get these things off the screen here. So this was yesterday's high of day during the normal New York session. We got rejected right there today. Came up, kind of double topped. Now we've thrown in a few 10 EMA shorts. I don't hate this trade. I don't want to get in here though because that's above pink. I'd want to probably get in like here. I'd probably put my entry below this hammer, to be honest. That's what I'd do. And then stop would go, geez, the candles are just so freaking big. I kind of hate that, but hold on. Yeah, like 100 points. It's like everything's like double what I normally do lately. We'll just kind of keep an eye on this. I'm not sold yet. What else? Bitcoin. Bitcoin could be fun if this sets up. We're above pink. You know, if we get like a bear candle here, little stop below all these wicks, target 1.3. I don't hate that. MYM. Oh wow. MYM is setting up right now, but I need to close over the pink before I can take it. So it'd be more of a retest play, but this would be MYM. Yeah, really big stops. I don't know. You could put your stop maybe there. That could be fun. M2K. M2K really respecting the pink, which I like. Previous high of day all the way up here. That's got room. What do you guys think? What does chat think today? M2K. MYM. MES. See, now MES that's a long now. Ah, man. 20 points on MES. Previous high of days up here. I'm always partial to MES just because, like, I just am. Kind of a choppy morning, though. I don't know. What do you guys think? M2K. I mean, M2K has the double bottom going on. I'm gonna give MES a stab here. So let me just see how much I would need. I could do 2, 3, 4. I could do 3. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark it in to this, and I'm gonna go to the other account and do the same thing. 3. Mark it long. All right, cool. So I'm in MES now. Let's see how this plays out. Things I like about this trade, you've got a lot of wicks here right off the 50. You've got one right here recently. I don't love this double top. I don't at all, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to see what's up. And we'll keep a close eye on M2K. Bitcoin has not thrown in that bear above yet. MYM, MES, and oh, there it's moving now. And M and Q all look similar to me. M and Q actually hasn't thrown in the bear above yet, so you can't take that one. But MES, oh, let's go. All right, cool. Guys, a lot of volatility out there right now. Let's see if we can get a quick win here. A quick win and get on with our weekend, yeah?
Hey Calvin, do you usually have like a minimum volume before you're trading?
A minimum what? I'm sorry?
Volume?
Like you're talking about the volume down here, like
Yeah, just I mean like it seems like maybe there's just not a lot of people out there trading today.
so one thing that you can look at that's actually kind of cool. Let me pull it up. I don't know if you've ever used this app, Edgeful, but I use it sometimes. There's a study. Let me find it. Where is it? One second. This is super cool. Volume. Is it this? Market open volume indicator, and I'll go on ES, New York, and we'll do the last 2 years, okay? Wait for that to load. So this is basically saying the opening 15-minute average volume is 90,000 contracts, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the correlation today falls in very strong.
Okay.
So there's a lot of people trading today. Hence why the candles are so big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is actually cool, and you can like Edgeful is really cool. It's just a bunch of really cool data. It gives you what the volume was on all these dates, right? So yesterday we had 120,000 contracts traded in the first 15 minutes, and the rest of the day was 1.3 million contracts. The day before it, you can see how low the 31st was, right? A half day.
Okay.
You can see some of these other days were just a lot lower. But all things considered, if I'm going back through December wasn't the best month to trade, and it's probably because the volume was so low, right? 50,000, 54,000, right? But you start to come back a little further into like October, September. I mean, anyways, 90,000 in the first 15 minutes is the average, and today we're very strong. I'm
Yeah.
curious if it tells us how much has gone on today. Let's see. If I go to ES and I go to 15-minute, the first 15 minutes was... How do I check that? 82? No. 82,000? Is that right? Yeah. So we're pretty close. Anyways, I don't know. I'm still learning about it too, but that's a cool indicator to look at.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you.
All right. All right, guys. So let me throw up, because I know some of us might be in different things. Let me throw up this triple guy. There's MES, MNQ. All right, you're starting to get the setup on MNQ, MYM. These all look very similar, right? Pink line is in a very similar spot on all of them. Let me get rid of this. What if I do... Hoo-hoo. Fancy. There's your setup on Bitcoin, maybe forming, but there's a lot of green candles in a row now. Platinum, I don't know. Like, technically you got to reset here. You could try platinum. Oil reset was back here, so you should, if you're gonna try oil, your entry should have been back here. But everything looks pretty strong at the moment. I wouldn't be trying to go short yet.
I'd be careful with platinum at this point. It pretty much respects that ATR. The daily's 21, and right now it's up 24. So
yeah, no, you're right. I mean, if you go to platinum on the daily, it definitely looks extended. Yeah, the ATR, that's a great one. ATR, yeah, 21, and you're saying today, let's see,
it's up 24 today.
Yes, sir, it is. Look at that.
25 now.
Okay. Well, I'll just leave up. I guess we'll just do M2K over here. All right. Do you guys like the multi-view like this, or does that like hurt your brain?
Make me want to get into multiple trades.
I know.
Right. Let it roll.
Yeah. One at a time. One at a time. Okay, so MNQ looks like it's about to trigger. MYM, you'd be in. M2K, you'd be in. But MES, I'm just partial to MES just because, you know, MES and MNQ or ES and NQ have the highest volume. So, I don't know. But we'll see what happens here. In the meantime, it's time for slides. All right, guys. So we left off yesterday right here, connecting our broker. So today we're going to get into ticks and points. Okay. So, like I said, I know a lot of you have already know this, but it's part of the course, so we're going to talk about it. Ticks and points. So, price changes in futures are measured in ticks and points. Tick is the smallest possible price change, and a point is like a little larger. So, ticks make up points. All right, and the value of ticks in each point varies from contract to contract, instrument to instrument, so you got to check that, okay? We're going to give an example here. So ES, 1 point is 4 ticks. Same with NQ. 1 point is 4 ticks. Now a tick is 25-cent move. So if I go back to the chart here and you look right here, see where my cursor is? You see how it's 5,963 point, and then you'll see this little guy changing by 25-cent increments. That's a tick, okay? A whole dollar is a point, okay? Each tick on NQ for one contract is going to change your P&L by $5. A tick changes your P&L by $12.50 on ES, okay? Now, some of you might look at this and go, well, Calvin, but we're trading MES, okay? It's a little different, and I'll get to that in a second. These are the micros. The examples I'm giving here are the big boys, full ES, full NQ, okay? So, if you're curious about this, you can go on the Apex website, the main page at the very bottom. It gives you all the instruments, and it gives you the tick and the point values, okay? So you can see right there, ES, a full point is $50. The tick size, 25 cents, right? You see it all. Now, micros versus minis. So you can see here, we were talking about ES. This is MES. So that's what I'm trading right now is MES. The only difference is MES is 10 times smaller than ES. ES, if you've been trading futures for a while and you've traded in a real account or Apex account, you know when you open up a full size ES or a full size NQ, that P&L is going to be changing way more because it's 10 times bigger than an MES, right? So keep that in mind. For the most part, we're going to be trading micros. Why? Because it lets you get closer to your R size. I don't think any of us have R's so big that we're going to be throwing on 3, 4, 5 ES or NQs. Maybe you might, and if that's the case, be my guest. But I like opening micros because I can open more of them, and then I can trim or leave runners. It's a little more flexible. And some of you might be like, oh, well, it's more commissions though. Yeah, but commissions on Trade-Evate aren't that much. It's 35 cents to open, 35 cents to close. So if you're opening 10 micros, it's $3.50 to open, $3.50 to close, $7, but it's not that much. Other brokers though, like Schwab, charge a lot, like $2 per side. So just be careful of that. Trade-Evate is definitely probably the cheapest. TradeStation isn't bad either. I think TradeStation's double this, but just important to keep in mind. How's my trade doing? Okay. Just chilling. Just kind of hanging out. Trying to decide if it wants to break this high or fall. Very choppy morning so far. Any questions so far on all this? On slides? Oh, guys, by the way, this is more custom art. You see that PFM right there? You like that?
Silent.
Guys, I try to make this class cool, you know what I'm saying? Like I try to do like prizes and giveaways and cool custom art, little things to keep you guys engaged because, not everyone be out here doing that, but I'm on here making custom AI art for you guys. All right?
Those
Custom
pictures are pretty
AI
sweet.
art.
I like it, Calvin.
Custom AI art. And listen, I got some crazy ideas. I think down the road, what I want to do, hear me out. As RLT grows now with, Tony at the head and everything, and like, if this group gets bigger and bigger, I think what I want to do is I want to do like Letterman jackets. So it's like a Letterman jacket with like RLT on the front, right? But then you get patches. You get patches for every like month you were in PFM, and then we'll like meet up somewhere and like we'll all wear our Letterman's jackets and it'll be fun. But
I do like the meetups. It was very fun that we did that meetup in Utah. You guys should plan another one.
I know. Oh, were you at that one, Kelsey?
Yeah, I live just right next to Tony.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, that was fun. That was like a crazy big house. That was nuts. Um, any questions on all this so far? Ticks, points. I know it's kind of a lot at first. It's like, whoa, because it's different than stocks, right? In the stock world, a tick is just a penny, right? Like if I go to any stock, the lowest, like if I go to Apple, right? Like Apple just moves by 1 penny. So a point on Apple is $1 and a tick is a penny. But it's just a little different on futures because, well, this thing is trading at 5,959. If this was in pennies, it'd be like, it'd be insane. So they just do it by 25 cent increments. If that makes sense.
So when you're setting up the trade, though, it didn't seem like you were necessarily like zoned in on every tick based, like because all of them have different ticks, but you're not like you pretty much just set up the trade the same way you do kind of with a stock, right?
Yeah, 100%. And this box does all the work for you, right? So I'm in here going, okay, I've drawn my box, and I'm gonna click on this, and then I'm just gonna figure out, okay, one contract I'm risking 98, two I'm risking 197, three I'm risking about 300, and I know that my risk is usually between 250 and 350. So this is perfect, right on the dime. Okay. Now, if you'd like to see what that looks like on ES, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you were to do this on a full size ES, you'll see the difference. Watch, ready? Same setup. If I right click it and I put in 3 on ES, look how much the risk is. 10 times as much, 2,962. So that's why we're not trading the full size, because that's massive. I mean, this is if you had like, I guess if you have a 300K eval, like this would be appropriate, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll stick with my micros.
Yeah, micros are good for now. There is a time and a place for minis. I've done it. I mean, especially on ES, I think like on NQ it's insane, but on ES, like there are scenarios I've been in where I'm like, okay, like if my stops, let's say my stop's like 5 points, which is probably the lowest I'd go. Yeah, you could totally do the full size E-minis, but for the most part in this class, we're going to stick with the micros for now. They're just more flexible, easier to trim and whatnot. Okay, so back to this. Okay, now this is a very important part that a lot of people get confused on. Okay, just like in options, there's expiration dates on the futures contracts. Okay, so when you come up into TradingView and I type in MES and I click this drop down, you're going to see MES1 exclamation, MES2 exclamation. All this means is this is the next major expiration, and this is 2 major expirations away. Okay? Now you might be like, well, which one is it? Because I see all these months down here. The easiest way to figure it out is just go to the daily, and then you see this little purple button down here. You're going to click that, and this will tell you what you're trading on. So right now we are trading the March 2025s, MESH 2025. Okay? Just important for you to know in general. Let me go over to Tradeovate and show you what I mean. Because sometimes people are like, well, when the contracts roll, sometimes you'll get like gaps. So what I like to do is just go like, okay, what am I trading right now? See that MESH5? All right. So even though we're on MES 1 exclamation point, we're actually trading MES H5. And if you would like to, you can totally just go to that chart too. MES H5, click it, and you know what I mean? So it's just like a shortcut, I guess, in futures. It's like the continuous contract. But just keep that in mind. You are trading an exact month contract, which in this case is the Marches. So you can click this button to always find out which contract you're on. Or you can always just type in the actual month and just see the month, okay? Always liquidate positions before expiration to avoid unexpected fees and deliveries of the underlying asset. Now, we don't have to worry about this because, well, Apex is a day trading like firm. They require you to close all your contracts every day before 5 p.m. Eastern. But if you were trading in a real futures account, and you'll get emails up the ass about this. Like if your contract's about to expire, they're going to start emailing you because let's say you have a platinum contract. If it expires and you have enough cash in your account, even if you don't, you might get a margin call and they're going to be like, hey, so where do you want us to deliver all this platinum or all this oil, like actual physical platinum or oil? So just always close. Indices always settle in cash, but still, it's just don't hold these things to expiration. I'm just telling you right now. But like I said, close before 5 p.m. Apex requires you to. It's actually a rule. If you don't, you could get kicked out of your account. Now, you're not going to get banned from Apex, but you're going to have to restart the whole process. So just always make sure you're flat at the end of the day. An easy way to do that is just press this cancel all. Now, cancel all will only cancel the orders for whatever ticker you're on. So just make sure you go through every ticker you're trading and just cancel all, cancel all. Make sure you're flat. Make sure there's no positions open, no open orders, nothing's working. See how it says working here? I want to make sure that's all flat. Okay? Any questions? Mari Mar asks a question on YouTube. She says, hey, Calvin, so are you changing your rules not to trade on Fridays? So the rule is I don't trade Fridays unless there's a big if. I will trade a Friday if I only traded like 1 or 2 days that week. Because of the holiday and stuff, I think I traded like 1 day this week. So, yeah, I'm trading today. But in general, if I trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no way I'm going to trade a Friday. Because it's all about your mental health. It's all about how tired are you mentally, right? Like if you've been on vacation Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, you can trade Thursday, Friday. I just don't like to trade 5 days in a row. It's just not good for your brain, in my opinion, to look at little candles moving. Like this will bug you out if you just do it too long. You're just like, oh my gosh, every tick. It's like not good for your brain. So
it's time to move our stop, isn't it?
I think it might be. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it is, sir. So, like I said, I like to grab the fib tool just because I'm lazy and I just do this. This is not how you use fibs at all, but it just shows me where 0.7 is, which is right about there. So I can just move it, bink, right there. And I'll move this right there. Cool. Move my stop. Still under the pink, still under the hammer, looking good. This is definitely a pesky little level here. Oh, getting logged out. Sometimes it does that. I don't know why. So this is the level to break right here. This is the level to break. Can we do it? I don't know. But we're going to find out. Any questions on this? Okay. CME trading hours. CME equity index futures trade from Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Now, there are little breaks. The futures are typically closed for 1 hour a day between 5 and 6. So you'll see the futures market will shut down. Every ticker is a little different. Some close different, like agriculture, like, I don't know, metals sometimes are a little different. But for the most part, most of them, they're closed for 1 hour. There's just like a 1 hour clearing period. And they reopen. So they're pretty much open 24 hours a day. I think it's like 23 hours or something. And that's a very pretty image, I think, of Chicago. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we go, guys. The importance of following your rules in your trading plan. 1 second. One second. How are we looking on this? Sorry, guys. I'm just texting someone back. All right. Yeah. So rules. Trading rules, you guys, protect you from yourself. Now, some of you might be like, what does that mean, Calvin? I don't need protection for myself. Kind of do. We're all emotional. I don't care, like, how much inner work you've done. We're still humans. We're still emotional, right? So rules help us limit that exposure of emotion to the market. Okay, so trading is like a mind game. A lot of people are like, well, the harder I work, the more I trade, the more I'll make. It's like, not necessarily. We got to be robotic in our trading behavior and not care too much. That's why guys, when you say, why don't you trade Fridays? Because by Friday, I'm tired, I'm emotional, it's been a long week, and it's like, I might make weird decisions. So I limit the emotion. If you do not have a trading plan, it is time to write one now. I know way too many traders that get into this game and they're like, they don't have a trading plan. And it's like, you literally might as well just shoot yourself in the foot because you have to have a trading plan. Okay. So, and I'll give you guys a trading plan next week that I have written up. It's actually in our group pinned already if you want to take a peek, but you have to have a trading plan. It's just like, there's no negotiation. You have to have one. Like, because otherwise you're going to make decisions out of emotion. You can argue with me all you want, but you will make decisions out of emotion. The other thing that's required, not, oh, you should try it, required is a trading journal. Now, trading journals look different. Maybe you use TradeZella or something like that. I personally like to use, I use TraderSync, which is like a software, but I also just have a physical notebook just like this. And you just write down how you feel. And some of you are like, that's weird. But it's a place for your emotions to go so they don't go into your trade. So I like to write down my trades for the day. Hey, what was my position size, my entry? What was the strategy I was using? What went wrong? What could I have done better? How was I feeling this morning? Was I tired? Did I get in a fight with my partner last night? Were the kids driving me crazy? Did I maybe have one too many glasses of wine last night? What happened? Was it none of those things? Was it just the market today? Just, bad luck in the market? Or was there something going on internally? Guys, the more you do this, and some of you are like, no, I don't need to do that. I'll just follow my plan. I'm telling you, it's like the yin and the yang. You got to have both. You got to have the trading journal and you got to have the trading plan. When you have both, oh my gosh, I promise you, do this for 30 days. Watch your trading change. You'll be a lot calmer, actually, which is what it takes. You know what I mean?
So, Calvin, I got a little story about that. My New Year's resolution was to start journaling my trades. I've never done that before. And what I have found this week is that the reason that I'm losing my trades is because I'm breaking my own rules. So it's starting to get me to be more disciplined to my trading plan and sticking to those guidelines. So I had 3 trades that I lost that I should not have lost if I had followed my rules. So the trading plan is really beneficial for me this week.
Totally. Yeah. And if you're journaling that, and here's what's crazy too, right? Is like, you might think, and that's awesome, by the way. So Heck yeah. The journal is cool because what the journal allows you to do is this weekend you can go read back and just remind yourself. It's like an accountability thing, right? It's like, oh, Monday I did so well because Sunday night I went to bed at 8. I woke up, I worked out, I had this, that. I did my, affirmations. I followed my plan to a T and I made 2 R's. And you can go back and read that. You can see your handwriting and be like, oh my gosh, that's me. It's like a personal connection. So I'm big into journals. I love like collecting pens and notebooks. I just take it with me everywhere I go. Sometimes I'll drive to the grocery store, literally sit in the parking lot for just an extra minute and just be in my car and just write down a little thought, a little something. It's so good. You got to do it. You got to do it. It's not weird. It's cool. All right? I'm telling you, it's cool. So, last thing I'll say here, and how's our trade doing? Okay, we broke that high. We didn't close above it yet. So, day trading is the hardest. It requires quick decisions, emotional control, and strict rules. Swing trading is sort of medium, more time to analyze, but still requires discipline and patience. Long-term investing is the easiest, right? Most of us do this for our retirement. Less active management, more focus on fundamentals. You're just buying good stocks and holding forever. So because day trading is the hardest, you have to have a clear trading plan and you need to be journaling. It's just essential. Why? Because it's the hardest one. We have to be strict. Okay? And the only way you're going to be strict is if you have that plan and you're journaling your feelings. Just trust me on this. This is coming from someone that's traded for 5 years, has gone through all the phases, who rejected a lot of these things, like, oh, I don't need that, I don't need this. And it's like you learn the hard way. And then one day you're like, yeah, I guess they were right about all that. I just got to do it. Oh, come on. That's not a fun candle. All right, well, how's everything else looking? Okay. All right, everything's kind of taking a sec here. Oil, platinum. Yeah, everything's kind of taking a breather here for a second, so we'll see what happens here. We're probably going to get a nice little retest here. 1, 2, 3. So I move my stop every 21. So 1, 2, 7. So in a few more candles, I'm going to move my stop up probably to just right below that hammer and this pink line. Okay. But not yet. Not yet. How's the rest of the market doing? Apple has been getting just smacked. Starting to look at buying it. If we can come down a little more, maybe to that 50, right in here, that could be yummy. And then obviously if it goes to the 200, we know I'm just going to back the truck up. But this looks yummy to me. This zone right here. Little something like that maybe. A little triangle. How about a triangle within a triangle? What? That could be cool. I'm just in this massive TQQQ swing though right now. So I've just been buying TQQQ like it's going out of style. So I'll continue to buy TQQQ probably literally guys, I would buy TQQ all the way down into here. As long as QQQ is above that 200, I'm chilling. That's sort of my line in the sand when it comes to QQQ is that 200. We like to bounce off of it a lot. So definitely have already been buying some here off the 50. I think I got like 10 10 or 15,000 bucks into it right here off the 50. I'll throw another 10 or 15,000 here on the 100, and then I'll throw like 30K in here at the 200. And if it just does this, literally if it just does that, I'll probably be up 10K. If it goes to here, I'll probably be up like 25. So that's just sort of like my big swing trade I'm working on right now. It's boring as hell, but whatever. Boring is profitable. What's Tesla doing today? I've been buying 1 share of Tesla on every down day too. Okay, inside day. Nvidia, I've been buying 1 share on every down day. Nvidia's breaking out. Nvidia looks great. Bounce right off the 100. I mean, this is just textbook. Textbook. Gorgeous. All right. What we doing here? All right, we came back down to entry. And yeah, we came back down to entry. That's all I got to say about it. Yeah, it sucks we didn't close over this level. We tried, and then the bears just stepped in. What's M&Q doing? Yeah, it's the same. Choppy day. Well, we'll see what happens here. Now, if we do close green here under the 10, then I might move my stop up more aggressively, but I need to see a pivot come in first. That pivot is key, because this could easily right now come down to here, tap that 50 again and bounce. So I gotta wait for a pivot to come in. We'll see what happens here. And I might, if we just get red candle, red candle, red candle to right here ish, I might add one, because it's not a lot of extra risk, and the likelihood that we bounce somewhere in this area is probably semi high. Squirrel Mom, what's up? Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. All right. Any questions on the slides? I'm serious about the journal, guys. I better be seeing you guys posting your cool journals in the chat. I'm going to post mine right now.
How about we use the chat as the journal?
What?
What if we just use the chat as the journal?
Oh, see, that's just being, you know, I don't know about that. Hold on. If you are in the Slack channel, I'm going to show you guys. Let's see if it uploads. Just did it from my phone. There it is, guys. Here's my journal. I just sent an image out. For those of you on YouTube, there it is.
That's just too fancy for me. I'll just get a legal yellow paper notebook. Just kidding.
All right, guys. So let's see here.
Time to move your stop again.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for this candle to close here. And then I'm going to slam it to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. For now, I'll move it to here. But like I said, I want to, if I get one more candle close, then we're moving it again. Right to there. Bam. But I need to see a clear pivot first.
Hey, Calvin, I got a quick question about linking your accounts in TradeAbate.
Mm-hmm.
Can you, and I think I know the answer to this, but I assume that you can't link a live account once you pass an account and then an eval account together?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
All to the group.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if they're in eval or if you've passed the account then?
No. Yeah, you can link them. Yes, sir. You can link them. I've done it. All right. We
Plus, with TradeAbate is that we'll be able to trade group accounts in TradingView.
Oh my gosh, it'd be amazing.
That would be. I'm trading 5 accounts right now, and it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is. All right, I just moved my stop again. I slammed it. It's right there. So if I lose, I'm gonna lose small right here.
And can you say again the reason that you moved your stop to that point?
So I move my stop every 21 minutes. So around here, we had been in the trade for, let's see here. So I got in here. At this point here, I was in the trade for 42 minutes, aka 2 stop moves, right? So usually I move it to 0.7, 0.5, but I have a rule that states if I get the opposite setup, so you see how we got the bull candle closing into the 10. If I have the opposite setup setting up against me, I'm allowed to skip a rung. So I skipped the rung and I slammed it right underneath here.
What's your logic on that?
Well, my logic on that is that typically, if you see here, right, like if this S curves down, why would I be in the trade now, right?
So, okay, so the thinking is if it sets up for a reversal, you should protect yourself against that reversal by moving in close to it.
Right, because this is either the deep retest that'll lead to this, or this is the beginning of an S curve down.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what the logic was behind it. I couldn't really get my head wrapped around it, but that makes perfect sense.
It's just to protect myself, because look, now we have 1, 2, 3, 10 EMA set up short, like, you know, the trade doesn't look great right now. Does it mean we're screwed? No. this could still just, if I go to a 5, guys, I could change the time frame and justify anything. I could go, oh, well, in a 5 minute, this is just a retest, right? We don't know what it's going to do. I'm just protecting myself in case this is the rollover, you know? But I like this candle.
Yeah, if we can't get above this level, I'll get on top.
Yeah. I had a coach one time, Tony kind of talks this way too, where you determine a level. So this is clearly a pivot now. So if the bulls are serious about pushing this up, price has no business going below here. It really doesn't. If the bulls aren't serious and we break this, that means it's either a choppy day or the bears are taking back over. So why would I want to be in?
These upper wicks are killing me.
I know. Now, in this example, I'm not going to do it, but if you guys wanted to trim one right here, I wouldn't blame you at this point in the trade. Because if you trim one right here and your stop's here, it's impossible to lose now. And we've gone green to red to green, right? I don't usually like going into the red more than once. Twice max. Twice max. But, you know what I mean? Someone asked, what's the fastest way to trim? The fastest way to trim is on Tradeovate in a group trade setting, or just right up here, top left. You just say, I want to sell one. You just boop, sell one right there, top left. And it looks like you can even do hotkeys if you set it up. But yeah, that's the easiest way.
That trimmed one right there.
Yeah, not a bad idea, dude. Not a bad idea. So I'll show you guys. So the way you would trim as a group. You go here to manage groups. We'll go over this again, so don't freak out. But I'll just make a group. We'll just call it group. Group. And I'm just going to drag these over. Make sure these are quantity 1. And then I'm going to make sure that I'm on group. See how it says that group?
Hold on a second. Sorry for interrupting. What does that quantity mean?
Oh, here?
Yeah.
So it's just how many contracts are going to get assigned to each account. So right now, if I have 2, if I place an order of 2, 1's going to go into each account. But if I put this as like 3, it's not even letting me change it. Okay, yeah, it is. So now if I put in an order of 3, 2 are going to go into this account, 1's going to go into this one.
So if you put an order of 3 with each one, what does that mean?
So you're just putting in an order for the group, and then that determines how they split. You see what I'm saying?
So basically, if you have 2 accounts, sorry for dragging this, but if you have 2 accounts, each was assigned 1, can you put in an order of 3? Does it let you?
No, it won't let you.
Oh, all right. Let me manage that. See.
So anyways, guys, I'm going to show you real quick how to do this. So I'm just going to go to here, MES. There we go, MES. I'm going to throw in 2, and I'm just going to double check. Cool, and I'm going to mark it cell 2.
Order filled.
And you can see I just trimmed 1 in each account. I'm going to make sure my targets are adjusted to 2. And my stop is 2. And I'll make sure it does that on the other account. And I know that was probably confusing for some of you. We're going to go over it at another time. Next week, we're going to go over my trading plan, 10 EMA, copy trader. So no worries. But today we are up about.
When you slam your stop up,
Yeah.
Do you reset your 7-minute count from there?
So I actually slammed my stop up at 42 minutes. So it's still running. So now it's let's see. Okay, so we have another stop move here in probably what? A couple candles. That'd be the next one.
All right, everybody, let's have a close above.
Let's go.
Long bowls.
Bowls.
There you go. Nice. Okay, that's a good sign.
Looks strong. That's a lot of green candles in a row. You know, I haven't really seen any other price action like that since this morning. So it's looking pretty good. Next stop move would be. Would be.
2.2, right?
Yeah, hold on. This is how you figure it out. This is how I do it anyways. It's like ghetto, but 0.2 would be right about there. Okay. So that's where my stop's going to go next. And remember, guys, we have previous high of day right here. I have that marked. Previous high of day. You can also look at like, okay, do we have any other like major moving averages up here? So the 10 is right there, or the 9 is right there. We cleared, so looks like we were having problems with this, the 50. That's what all that resistance was about.
So if we continue to push up here, do you consider we'll do some nudge up to the high of day, or would you stick with your
It just depends what the price action does. I mean, I'm not gonna be too greedy here. It was already a pretty difficult trade, so, but we'll see what happens. I probably wouldn't Newsom nudge unless it literally did this. I'd probably rather just take one and then leave a runner up into here. But,
yeah, that makes sense.
you know, I'm also down to just have 2 winning days in a row and have a great weekend.
Nice volume on that candle.
Oh, yeah. It's looking good. So I'm going to move my stop here in probably like one more candle. Tesla, baby. I bought some Tesla yesterday. Oh, yeah. Whole market's waking up right now. Oops. I love this. Now, don't be surprised if we get a little retest here, because we've had, looks like 7 candles, green candles in a row. 1, 2, yeah. So don't be like pissed off if it doesn't go straight to target. It's okay. It can rest a little bit.
This is where we write in our book, in our journal.
Yeah, this is when you go to your journal and you're like, I've had 3 cups of coffee this morning and I'm just being silly.
So in anticipation of it moving to target here, should we go ahead and, if we want to do the trim and keep one runner, go ahead and change it now or wait?
Yeah, so if you want to do that, you can just change this to 1. But see how it changes? If you have an OCO order on, it's also going to change this to 1.
All right.
So I would just cancel this and just re-put in your stop here. And I'll do 2. Sell stop 2. Okay. That's how you do that. I'll just make sure I do it on both. So I'll cancel the stop. I'll change this to 1. And I'll throw the stop, I'll throw this back on here. Like that. Now these are no longer bracketed. So when you hit target, you're going to have to come in down here and manually cancel this. Just remember that.
Yeah. I actually, when I entered the trade, I just entered without doing the OCO.
No, yeah, that's fine. You can do that. So it's been 21 candles. I'm going to go ahead and move my stop up to here, like we talked about. Somewhere in here. Cool. Stops in the green. We've trimmed 1. We're close to target. and we're going to try to leave one runner. Easy. Blow on it. This is where you just got to blow on it. I don't know if you guys saw, but I'm uploading all these to our Google Drive. I put it in the chat. AF GUI, the slides are only for the members of our group, but you're more than welcome to take screenshots of what I present here on YouTube for free twice a week. Squirrel Mom, I'm gonna send out those slides. I'm gonna send out the Google Drive today to all the December students. Yeah, this is a futures trading group. AF GUI. We meet 4 times a week, Monday through Thursday in the morning, twice at night on Monday and Wednesdays. It's all on Slack. We have tons of documents and slides and recordings, and yeah, it's like a community. We hand out free accounts, prizes. We have a lot of fun. I just broadcast it for free twice a week on YouTube, just for fun, for our free listeners and watchers. But if you want access to all 22 sessions, the group's called Prop Firm Masters. It's at Real Life Trading, and yeah, it's a great time. It's a great time, especially when we hit target. Come on up. I mean, I won't be surprised if we get a retest here, though. It's been like 8 bull candles in a row. Market looks strong. I mean, look at all this green on the right side here. There's not a single red thing on my watch list. Like literally, except VIX, which would be red if we're having a green day. So that makes sense. Strong. Solana, man, today. I don't know if you guys do crypto, but woo! My Solana position's feeling good. XRP with the pump. What do they call this? Altcoin season? It's funny. In this trade, do we have a 2-to-1 R to R? No, we don't. I do a 1.3, but we are going to leave one runner, which could totally get this up to 1.5 R.
Dude, this is for a Newsom nudge.
Nah, I don't think so.
Right. Damn it.
No, it's not. This doesn't qualify. I need to see like at least a red candle before I do some nudge.
Oh.
This is just like normal price action. I'd have to see it come. I'd have to see it come to here to do a nudge.
Wow.
So Calvin, if we go up and we grab this other, we hit this limit sell one at the top here. What do you do with as far as your runner and moving the stops? Do you just continue to do that every?
So I'll show you. I'll show you what I do. What I do is I then go to the 5 minute. And I throw on the 20 EMA on the 5 minute. And then I'll add an alert on this and just say when price crosses the 20, let me know. Once per bar closed. And now if price crosses that 20 EMA on the 5 minute, I'll close my runner.
So no more moving the stop.
Yeah, I actually just turned my stop off.
Gotcha.
And now I can go do whatever I want. I can just go about my day, and when I get that notification, I'll just close it. That's what I do. There's like at this point in the trade, man, like it's up to you, really. That's just what I do.
Yeah, I just sold my runner, not my runner, but my second one.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, you could take it off here at previous high of day. I mean, that's, not a bad idea. Like up in here. Or you could just hold it. I mean, I've seen my runner before go to like here. And I make like 2x. I've also seen my runner come back here and hit my stop. And I lose, I don't make as much. So the runner is like, I think the runner to me is more of an exercise for your brain. Right? It's saying, I don't care. I've made my money today. Let's see what it does. I know the market can do anything. Let's just see. But if you're gonna leave a runner, man, don't watch it. That's my main thing. Don't watch a runner. Just don't worry about it. It's just more of a mental exercise.
Yep, that's where I'm at. I got one runner on.
Just a mental exercise. I think it just helps you realize what's possible in the market too. And it reduces FOMO because like if you don't leave a runner and it goes to here, you might be like, oh, like even though you won today, you might be like, oh, I should have left one on. And like then you're not grateful, which is weird. But like that happens to us, right, as humans. So it's just like a mental exercise for me.
11 green in a row.
Yeah. 11 green in a row. So basically that's where the 20 EMA on the 5 minute is a little bit below that neckline. So it'll allow for that to happen basically on my runner. But
yeah, outside of doing that, I was thinking to myself, I could just wait for the next pit low.
Yeah, and then just throw your stop up below that. You could totally do that too. There's a zillion ways to trail a stop, You could literally just keep doing the 21-minute thing too, though. So if your stop was here, then your stop's probably going to like here, and then here, and then, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
But I find that once a stock is really trending like this, it's a lot easier just to like use EMAs. So like this is the 9, 20, and the 50 EMA on the 3 minute. Like just trail it up under the 50 or under the 20. For me, I like to trail it up under the 20 on the 5 minute. But yeah. You could do whatever. You could do the 10 on the 15. You could do the 10 on the 30. I don't know. It's up to you, man. Like, really, when it comes to the runner. So, all right, guys, I'm going to hop off. I got kind of a busy day, but enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the win. Yeah, congrats. Looking like it's going to be a nice full R winning day if this keeps going. If it pulls back, maybe it'll be 3/4 of an R, but pretty solid day.
Yep, thanks, Calvin.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Take it easy. Bye.
Thanks, guys.